Hello! Today I'll be talking about Primeape. For the first 8 generations, it was the only evolution of Mankey, but in Gen 9, Primeape was given its own evolution in Annihilape. Because this is the latest generation as of the recording of this video, it's unknown if this will continue in future generations or if this is just a regional evolution. Regardless, Mankey evolves into Primeape at level 28. Primeape's previous PYC dates are April 23rd, 1996, February 12th, 1996, December 3rd, 2001, September 23rd, 2004, July 15th, 2007, May 5th, 2010, February 23rd, 2013, December 15th, 2015, October 5th, 2018, and July 26th, 2021. I like that its design is basically Mankey with a few changes. Like Mankey being just monkey with an A instead of an O, I like that Primeape is just primate with an extra E and a P instead of the T. Now let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Primeape, the pig monkey Pokemon, whose number is 0057. This is what it looks like. Type is Fighting, abilities, Vital Spirit or Anger Point in Gen 4+. Defiant is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 75 or 17.5%. Breeding, a group field. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height 3'3" or 1 meter. Weight 70.5 pounds or 32 kilograms. Experience yield 149 the first 4 gens and 159 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium fast. EV yield is 2, both in attack. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is brown. Base friendship is 70. Primeape is a fighting type Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves from Mankey starting at level 28 and evolves into Annihilape when leveled up after using Rage Fist 20 times. Biology. Primeape is a bipedal simian Pokemon with a round body covered in light beige, shaggy fur. There is usually a throbbing vein on the left side of its forehead, and it has triangular ears with pink insides. Narrow eyes with tiny pupils and a pink snout-like nose. Its arms and legs are brown and have metal shackles on the wrists and ankles. This is probably indicative of a method of training with weights. The hands have no visible fingers, instead resembling mittens or boxing gloves, and the feet have 2 toes. Primeape is easily angered. Even the slightest glance of eye contact will make it furious. When it becomes enraged, its blood circulation is boosted. This makes its muscles stronger, but at the cost of some of its intelligence. Primeape also possesses the ability to convert its anger into energy to attack its opponents with. It has sturdy vessels in its brain that keep it healthy despite its constant anger. It will chase anyone who upsets it and will not stop until it has caught up to its target. Even if it is awoken from sleep, it will groggily chase whatever woke it. Some researchers have a theory Primeape is angry even when inside a Pokeball. Aww. In some cases, Primeape has been known to die as a result of its rage, though it is also said to look peaceful in death. Potentially due to its rage transcending and leaving its physical form to become something new. In the anime, it has shown some fondness for bananas. You can see that here in this one. Surrounded by Mankey. Primeape can be found on mountains, competes with Ursaring when it comes to searching for berries. In Paldea, Hawlucha is Primeape's natural enemy. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, it is very rare to find a Primeape sleeping without rage, possibly from exhausting itself. Aww. Primeape and its evolved form Annihilape are the only Pokemon capable of learning the move Rage Fist. Evolution. Primeape evolves from Mankey and evolves into Annihilape. So Mankey, Primeape, Annihilape. Game data, Pokedex entries. In Gen 1, Red and Blue. Always furious and tenacious to boot. It will not abandon chasing its quarry until it is caught. Yellow. It stops being angry only when nobody else is around. To view this moment is very difficult. Stadium. When enraged, it gives chase endlessly. Because it is impossible to tell what made it angry, there is no soothing it. In Gen 2, and Gold. If approached while asleep, it may awaken and angrily give chase in a groggy state of semi-sleep. Silver, it becomes wildly furious if it even senses someone looking at it. It chases anyone that meets its glare. Crystal, it will beat up anyone who makes it mad, even if it has to chase them until the end of the world. Stadium 2 is just golds again. In Gen 3, in Ruby and Sapphire. When Primeape becomes furious, its blood circulation is boosted. In turn, its muscles are made even stronger. However, it also becomes much less intelligent at the same time. Emerald, when it becomes furious, its blood circulation becomes more robust, and its muscles are made stronger, but it also becomes much less intelligent. Fire Red, it is always outrageously furious. If it gives chase, it will tenaciously track the target no matter how far. Leaf Green is very similar to Red and Blue, but is slightly different, so we'll read it. always furious and tenacious to boot. It will not abandon chasing its quarry until it catches up. In Gen 4, in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it grows angry if you see its eyes, and gets angrier if you run. If you beat it, it gets even madder. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterpart. In Gen 5, those are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum Sentry. In Gen 6, X is Yellows. Y's is Fire Red Sentry. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, their Ruby and Sapphire counterparts. In Gen 7, in Sun, it has been known to become so angry that it dies as a result. Its face looks peaceful in death, however. In Moon, some researchers theorize that Primeape remains angry even when inside a Pokeball. Ultra Sun, it will never forgive opponents who have angered it, even after it has beaten them down until they can't move. It never, ever forgives. Aww. Ultra Moon, the blood vessels in its brain are sturdier than those of other Pokemon, so it can stay healthy despite its constant raging. The Let's Go games are just Yellow and X's entry. In Gen 8, in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, it becomes angry if it sees an opponent's eyes, and gets angrier if the opponent runs. Even after it beats the opponent, it is still angry. In Gen 9, Scarlet's is Silver's entry, and Violet's is Moon's entry. So we got Primeape in the Alola Pokedex, Primeape in the Paldea Pokedex, which has Mankeys, so that's a full evolution one, or image, so it's obviously very angry, very raged. That's how they represent the rage in the models, huh? Is that... Okay, that's gonna be interesting to see how... It's a little different than this one, though. Okay. So yeah, we got it on a field, probably just being angry. A Primeape and the Kitakami Pokedex, also a full line evolution, maybe kids. At least, I don't know. I don't know, but they seem to be fighting, though. Yeah. Game locations, you got that. Side game locations. Held items. Pokemon Cotton Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for a held item to appear. So from Red, Blue, and Yellow, you get a Gold Leaf 100% of the time. In Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, you get a Primeape Berry 5% of the time. Stats, base stats, HP 65, Attack 105, Defense 60, Special Attack 60, Special Defense 70, Speed 95, for a total of 455. This Pokemon's special base stat in Gen 1 was 60. Pokéthon stats, type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, fighting, poison, ground, ghost, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, and dragon. Weak to flying, psychic, and fairy for double, immune to nothing, resistant to rock, bug, and dark for half. Learn set while leveling up will go to 28. 30 Thrash, 35 Rage Fist, 39 Close Combat, 44 Screech, 48 Stopping Tantrum, 53 Outrage, and 57 Final Gambit. By TM we're skipping, by breeding we're skipping, by prior evolution you get Covet from Mankey. It's a physical normal, its power is 60, accuracy 100%, and its PB is 25. Special moves from the event Wild Terra Pokemon, you can get Brick Break, Encore, and Poison Jab. Side game data. Pokemon Ranger, in the browser entry. Primeape is always furious and savage. It has the power to shatter big boulders. In Shadows of Olmia, it thrashes about extremely wildly. It is easier to capture when it stops. In Guardian Signs, it attacks with punches. Got this. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure, the Pokepad entry. Primeape came to the Iceberg Zone to battle. The attraction he's best at is Venusaur's Vine Swing. He also likes Tangrowth's Swing Along. Pokepark 2, Wonders Beyond. They get angry easily, but Pokemon in the Crag area accept it as their personality. They are pleasant after they finish being angry. Okay, got all this. Evolution data we did yesterday, so I'll go over it again. Okay, interesting. So it does have the spikiness at the beginning for sprites here. So they kind of just made it, yeah. So I guess they reverse engineered the Mankey to fit this one. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, we got all the basic features still here, you know, a bit more shaggy, I think, but otherwise fun. I don't know if it really works. I mean, I'm not sure it really works with this one, this Baxter, but this one definitely doesn't work with that one because of the different colors. Yeah, army green, like it was yesterday. The shackles, or whatever, not whatever they are. Yeah, so got those. So now, that's an interesting decision. They are more gold, the arms. They're brown and fire red and leaf green. These are brown with the greens. That part got kept interesting. The nose, it's kind of hard to tell. These first few gens, but it kind of basically gets the proper distinction of nose color here, and then the proper colors for the body, you know. Has black eyes. Yeah, sort of a different green. This is a, I don't know, more of a, I don't know what that would be, like a, almost, I don't know, but more of a yellow-brown, I guess. Yeah, that's a tan. This, yeah, basically stays the same. Maybe, I'm sure these edges differ from generation to generation. That, I guess, kind of changes. That becomes a little bit different shape. You know, a little bit different. But basically keeping the same concept. So then again, the models. This is a much better model than Mankey's was. It's a lot more proportional to this, I guess. I mean, it's a little bit, they had to change it a little bit. Yeah, pretty good. And yeah, that's, now it's, yeah, just kind of, yeah, it's lighter, of course. Yep. So these are all still textures. Texture, obviously, on this one. I mean, not obviously, but yeah. These are modeled. Oh, wait, were these ever not modeled? No, they were always modeled. Okay. The shackles. Yeah, we don't have the latest generation, so we can't see it as an actual vein popping out. In the anime, Primeape in the anime, so we've got a few of them. Got this. Pokedex entries in episode 25 in Ash's Pokedex. Primeape, if you make eye contact with this evolved form of Mankey, it will chase you forever. In the same episode, about the move Thrash, in the same Pokedex. Once Primeape begins its strongest attack, Thrash, it goes completely out of control. Kind of the manga, Primeape in Pokemon Adventures. All this, the TCG. Trivia. According to Pocket Monsters, the animation, Primeape is the reason why Pokeballs were developed. This affirmation, however, has been contradicted several times. The most notable instance of this is in Pokemon Legends Arceus, where Primeape is unobtainable, and Pokeballs with the same function and shape, albeit made with seemingly different materials, are seen in Hisui at an earlier point in history. Of course, that could be like the modern Pokeballs were developed because of Primeape, but you know, to be strong enough to hold it or whatever. Origin. Primeape's categorization as the pig-monkey Pokemon, along with its pig-like nose, may be inspired by the southern pig-tailed macaque. It also shares a similar color scheme and shaggy fur with this primate. Given its long-tail habitat and overall personality, Primeape has much in common with baboons and snub-nosed monkeys. In addition, Primeape's hands look like boxing gloves, and it appears to be wearing metal weights on its wrists and ankles. Name origin, Primeape may be a combination of prime, primate, and ape. Again, I think it's just my way. Well, I mean, it probably is actually more primate than ape, but I like mine better. Okorizaru may be derived from Okorizaru, angry monkey. Very likely. It's literally the same word, but capitalized. Yes, okay, I mean, it's probably different characters, I don't know. Anyway, in other languages, references, see also external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Primates first in the anime. Hello, and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today, we're watching episode 25, Primeape Goes Bananas. In this episode, Ash, who's currently on the ground, his traveling companions, Brock and Misty, and Pikachu, who's not in this scene, are just on this road, and Ash tried to catch this Mankey here, but he failed. So, and then there's Team Rocket here, Jesse, James, Meowth. They're confronting them, and I don't know, they're talking about something, I wasn't really paying attention. And so now, Mankey here is evolving into Primeape. Okay, now it's evolving. There it is.
It evolved!
Oh.
Who's that Pokemon? Okay, so that was Primeape's first appearance in the anime. Let's move on.
Now let's watch Primeape's scenes in Detective Pikachu.
Hello and welcome to the Detective Pikachu portion of the video, or as I like to call it, Detective Primeape. Since it's only the frames with Primeape. So Primeape doesn't physically appear, it just appears in this little poster here. So it's a poster promoting a fight between Machamp and Primeape, I guess. I'm assuming it's a fight, although it doesn't make much sense since they're in a city where fighting is illegal. They being Tim, the main character in Detective Pikachu. They're in this cafe. So Tim has met Detective Pikachu here in Rhyme City, and has just found out it was his father's Pokemon partner. Tim came to the city because his father died in a car crash. So yeah, so we got 3 $Poké or 6? I don't know what that means. That's interesting. This is a Jigglypuff, by the way. It's singing this guy to sleep, or it's singing to this guy, but he's falling asleep because that's what Jigglypuff does. Yeah, let's get going here.
Pile up, the walls close in.
So yeah,
right becomes wrong. Can't remember a darn thing.
Yeah, he's got amnesia.
I can't solve my own mystery if I have no memory, which is why I need to find he's in my past.
He's legally dead.
Really? Thanks for coming.
Okay.
So,
okay, let's get back there. Let me explain. Okay, so this scene is much later in the film. So this is Lucy Stevens, a reporter. He's talking to her because he just found out his father is actually not dead. He needs to find Mewtwo, and their connection is that her boss, Roger, yeah, he was behind like what his father's last case, and so they're trying to connect the dots. And yeah, so they're meeting her, and yeah.
so
Yeah, and so that's basically it. Let's move on.
Now let's talk about the TCG. I have one Primeape card.
It's the 7th design of the Primeape card. It was illustrated by Kagamaru Amino. I like that it shows the Primeape beating on the ground, likely riling itself up to fight. It has 90 HP, 40 more HP than its contemporary Mankey card. It is 3'3" and weighs 70.5 pounds. It has one move, Whomp, and one Pokemon body, or Pokebody for short. A Pokebody is an effect that is always active during play. In this case, Primeape has Anger Point. In the video games, Anger Point is an ability introduced in Gen 4 that maximizes a Pokemon's attack stat. On this card, if Primeape has any damage counters, its attack adds 40 damage before modifiers. Whomp is not a move from the video games. On this card, it costs 1 fighting energy and 2 of any other energies. The move confuses Primeape. If a coin flip is lost, the Primeape can't fight on its next turn. It also hits for 50 or 90 damage if Primeape has already at least 1 damage counter. Depending on a coin flip, the damage will either hit Primeape or the opposing Pokemon. It's weak to Psychic for 20 damage. It has no weakness, and its retreat cost is 1 of any energy. In the bottom right corner, there is the Great Encounters expansion symbol. Its description reads, "Grows angry if you see its eyes, and gets angrier if you run. If you beat it, it gets even madder." This is the Pokedex entry in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Black, White, Black 2, and White 2. It's level 41.
I don't have a Pokemon card for Growlithe, so the next Pokemon with a card I'll be talking about is Poliwag. Now let's see why people love Primeape. Now let's look at the fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who don't know how this works, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Primeape. So we're starting with 057 Primeape by Kuotsuku. So it's this cool posed Primeape here. We did the Mankey one yesterday. So this is also another cool kind of pose. And very nice use of colors and different shading and stuff. Then we got Primeape by Shinigami GFX. This cool looking Primeape, another cool pose. Kind of looks like it's leaning in to fight something maybe. Yeah, very angry. Then we've got Primeape by Kruckmeister. So it's, yeah, in this sort of jumping pose, I guess. Very, very simple. Nice use of outlines, different, different lengths, or different thickness of outlines. If this is not a Primeape, so we'll move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I need to wait until I've talked about Snorlax before I can evolve Mankey into Primeape. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Growlithe. As always, this isn't my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.